And the real purpose of this one is to talk about the TikTok ban, which, I mean, if you know about the TikTok ban, it was already kind of unbanned, but then again, it wasn't supposed to be banned, and there's just a bunch of weird things about it. But I actually I want to stress a couple things in this video. First thing I want to stress is, why was this the top priority out of every single problem we have in this country, which we're creating more every day, by the way? Why was the TikTok ban the number one thing that they wanted to do? Are we not worried about school shootings? We must not be. We just love seeing a kid be shot dead, because that happens more in this country than, I'd argue, most other countries, because we have just failed as a nation time and time again, and we're continuing to demonstrate how much of a failure of a nation we are by doing things like making priority number one banning a social media platform who you say it's because China is spying on us or potentially taking our information, but look at Facebook, proven they steal our information and sell it to people, yet because the president, Donald Trump, is a big fan of Zuckerberg, he doesn't care. And he's a billionaire. They help fund that government. They're half the reason this country exists, because of all of our big rich billionaires. But the true reason TikTok is being banned, and I can almost guarantee this is a fact, like I'm 99% sure it's a fact, it's because you want to silence Gen Z and Gen Alpha, who, I mean, half the reason we get our information is because of TikTok, because unfortunately there's just too many biased news sources that don't want to tell the truth or the real side of things, and you want to hide things. I mean, there's just so much misinformation out there, and TikTok is, and was, I should say, TikTok was the place where you get the real information. But of course, since they're crediting Donald Trump for bringing it back, even though he's the reason it was banned in the first place, so he wants to make himself look like a superhero when he's literally the second coming of Hitler. They decided, hey, let's make this guy a hero, and he's going to bring it back, and it's just going to be absolutely fantastic. But I'm just going to let you know, as you probably already do, this guy's not a hero. This guy can't be credited for doing much except destroying the country he's the president of. So, I mean, I'm just saying, do you really want a guy who has pulled out of the Paris Climate Act and who is trying to shut down every federal thing he possibly can? Do you want that guy as a hero? Do you think that guy's a hero? No. We're literally getting Homelander as the president right now. And, I mean, you know, to his credit, he's doing a lot, at least. Not a single good thing. Ending cancer research is definitely up there for one of the worst things a president's ever attempted to do, but who am I to judge, you know? Maybe people don't want cancer to be looked at. Maybe they want their family to die. I don't know. But, you know, apparently this TikTok ban is more important than cancer, so that's what you should be thinking about here. That's what you should be thinking about here in the back of your mind. Why is a TikTok ban more important than the cancer or the, you know, the, like, 2,000 criminals that were pardoned, you know? Why is them not being prosecuted for their crimes? Why is that not more important than TikTok being banned? Why? I don't know. Like, give me a reason. How about the fucking economy? Absolute disaster. No one can afford a house anymore, but no, TikTok is your number one priority. I do not understand. It shouldn't be top 10. It shouldn't be top 20. There are other things that need done, so it's just mind-boggling. It's really mind-boggling why we do the things we do as a country. But then I remember that we're just not great. And I'm just like, well, there you go. That explains it. We're not great. We never will be great. We never were great. And that's just kind of how it is. And we got to learn to adapt with that. Because until we get some real changes, which we're going to get real changes pretty soon, but it's going to set us back 100 decades. It's not correct, but might as well be. You know, we're going to be worse off in a couple years, so hopefully some super genius, really a team of them, get in there and they really do something, because as it currently stands, you're banning a platform and you truly believe it's the worst threat to America, besides your own people who are a far greater threat at this point, then I don't know what to tell you. You've entirely lost the plot, and you're entirely out of your mind.